Yo, 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 it is your boy Adam Coe here again. It is July 30th, Thursday, and it was, whew, one of those games last night. If you stayed up for it, which I hope you did, or I hope you didn't turn it off. I know a couple friends and family members who turned it off. You missed a good one. Probably the game of the year. It's going to be the game of the year. I don't know how you could beat that. Coming back from, we'll get into that in a second. Let's get right into it, though. Let's get right into what happened last night. We get Cueto started off first inning quick, just like Samardzija did, feeling good about it. Okay, and then we get the lead. With the lead, Donnie barrels it up a base hit up the middle, 1-0. I'm thinking, here we go again. We got this. First inning lead, we got confidence. Cueto gives up a 2-run bomb to Machado. He walks the guy, then Machado hits a home run. Shutdown inning didn't happen. I tweeted it last night. Shutdown innings are so important in baseball, and to not get that twice yesterday, that was big. Because we were down 2-1. Yaz hits a home run into the bay, 2-2, and we're thinking, okay, we're back in this baseball game. Next inning, we lose the lead, 3-2. They take him out of the game. It's not over yet. Sean Anderson leaves one right down the middle. Grisham hits a 3-run home run, and I think a lot of Giants fans turned off the TV right about then. 6-2. Fourth inning, we're thinking, oh boy, a lot of game left, but not looking good. And then our boy, the guy I picked to be the player of the game, who, if the game ended at 6-3, it would have probably been the player of the game, but obviously the player of the game was Yaz. But Dick hits a home run. Alex Dickerson hits a home run in center field. And we're thinking, okay, 6-3, whatever, still got a long way. And then Donnie Baseball. The guy that just finds the barrel time after time. The guy I think needs to be in the lineup every single day. I don't care, righty, lefty. He needs to be in the lineup until he proves otherwise, unless he struggles. But he does not struggle. He just finds barrel. He gets hits. He pulls his hands in. And don't get me wrong, Brandon Crawford had a great game yesterday. 3 for 4. No one really remembers that part of the game. That Donnie Baseball doesn't happen if Crawford doesn't get a base hit to right to keep that going to first and third. Slater, too, who had a good game. But Donnie pulls his hands in, home run to left field. And I tweeted, I said, the adrenaline just hit me when Donnie hit that home run. We're not used to hitting 3-run home runs. And when that happened, I don't know about you, but I was like, oh, here we go. We can't lose this game. Tyler Anderson also didn't get much credit last night. 3 2/3, no runs. Same thing that Connor Menez did the night before. Low pressure. We're already losing by 4. Just go in there and throw a strike, see what happens. And he did, and he didn't get the win. Tyler Rogers did, who came in the 9th inning and shut it down. And then Yaz comes up and lefty, doesn't care. The whole at bat, I knew he was going to hit the ball hard, but I didn't think he was going to hit another home run. Hits the ball into the bay. Pimps it. Man, I lost my voice last night screaming. The whole neighborhood in here was awake. I don't know about you guys, but that was a great game. Very proud of that team. I feel like I'm like a manager on this team. 7-6 victory. Great win. So yeah, that was just amazing. Game of the year. Donovan Solano, Yaz, Slater, Flores, Dickerson, Crawford, and I'll put Heineman in there as well. Those guys needed in the lineup almost every day. Okay, it was good to see Trump in there. He's a rookie, 3 strikeouts and 4 at-bats. Let's get Heineman back in there tonight. Cueto said he was comfortable throwing to Trump, though, which was great. So maybe Trump catches every time Cueto pitches. That's awesome. Great idea. I'll give a quick shout out to my brother Joshua. He's a huge Dodger fan. And I have a group chat with me, my other brother John, who's a Yankees fan. So all different teams. And he texts me, he says, I hate the Giants more than anybody. But Yaz is one of my favorite players in baseball, the way he plays. And my brother John said he's just a ball player. He is. He's just a ball player. He doesn't care what team he's on, who's pitching, what the score is. He's just going to play his hardest, and he's turning into a really, really good baseball player. We saw it last year, and he just keeps getting better and better. And he said the same thing about Donovan Solano. He said Donovan Solano's one of those guys. I'll say it. He said he goes 3 for 3, and then after the game he goes to round table and eats a whole thing of pizza and some Budweiser. But he just continually gets hits. So, big shout out to my brothers. Real quick, yeah, great game. I can talk about this game all day. Going forward to today, Thursday night game again. We got Kevin Gosman on the mound against Dinelson Lamet. Two hard throwers. You're going to see a lot of velocity tonight. Lamet is one of my pitchers that I think is going to have a great year. He has a chance to just slip in there and be a Cy Young candidate. He throws the ball really well. He's got a really nasty slider if he can control it. And he could be a big problem for the Giants. But Kevin Gosman is also a very proven pitcher, and if we can get 4 innings out of him, like we asked for last night with Cueto, which he didn't really do, just get 4 or 5 innings because our bullpen continually does well. Sean Anderson left one ball down the middle. The rest of the bullpen shut it down. So just get to that bullpen with a lead, and we have feel great. This is too hot. Feel great about our chances to win. So. Yeah, looking forward to today. Player of the game again tonight. I'm going to pick Dickerson again. His at-bats are great against righties. I feel like he's going to hit an extra base hit almost every single time he comes to play. So I'm going to pick Dickerson again, but I'm not even going to do a lineup today. Usually I pick a lineup, but with the fact that Brandon Belt and Longoria could be in the lineup tonight, I don't know yet. The lineups haven't came out yet. I'm not even going to do a lineup. I'll see what happens, and I'll do a lineup tomorrow. But, man, if Belt can go in the lineup tonight and Longoria, maybe put Wilmer Flores as a DH, that'd be great to get him off his feet a little bit since he's played every single day. That's an option. Wouldn't mind Darren Ruff in the lineup, but I don't see that happening against a righty. Yeah, but as long as those guys that I said, Yaz and Solano and Slater and Flores and Dickerson and Crawford, man, what a game he had last night. He really did have a great game. It's good to see him barrel up some balls. Things I didn't like, Pablo Sandoval struggling at the plate again, swinging at 2-0 pitches and hitting the little ground ball to the pitcher. Pence had a really bad game again. I think he's 0 for 17 to start the year. Can't happen. I mean, putting those two guys in the lineup is just there's no success coming from those two spots. We're hitting with 7 hitters. So, we'll see what they do with Pence and with Pablo. Pablo's hitting the ball hard more than Pence is. Pence is just putting bad at-bats up there right now, and I don't think we could play him. We could pinch hit him once in a while if we need a power threat, but I don't see much coming from him right now. He's kind of like Chris Davis for the A's. Chris Davis hasn't got a hit yet. He's striking out all the time. Same with Pence. They're getting a little older, and the velocity is getting to them. All these guys are throwing a lot harder, and they can't catch up to it. Simple as that. So that's about it for the Giants. We'll talk real quick about – I didn't talk about it yesterday because I didn't see the suspension, but it was 8 games for Joe Kelly. Didn't make it. I tweeted about it. I said, I know everybody's talking about it. I won't get really into it, but he didn't hit anybody. I mean, it was a 3-0 count. He threw behind Bregman. Hey, I'm all for him, man. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't throw at heads. I don't like being a headhunter either. You should be throwing at heads. You could ruin somebody's career. But, man, the guy's cheated to win a World Series. I'm pretty heated about it. I mean, I hate the Dodgers, but I got the Dodgers back on this. I mean, I got Joe Kelly's back on this one. He was on the Red Sox team that lost to the Astros. He has a little, hatred in his heart for the Astros. I do too. I know everybody that loves baseball hates the Astros, unless you're an Astros fan. So, for him to throw a couple pitches, I mean, the slider or the curveball that he threw at Correa didn't even hit him, and it was an off-speed pitch. Correa has he should not be looking at Kelly after that. And then he strikes out. I mean, if you're going to strike out, don't even say anything. I like Joe Kelly for that. Honestly, I always like Joe Kelly, but he doesn't even know the ball's going. I mean, they cheated. They cheated the game. They deserve to get a couple balls in the ribs. Like I said, I don't want anybody getting hit in the head, and I think he regrets throwing over his head, but 8 games, give him 2 or 3. but baseball's gonna have their back because they don't want this to be a pinata. These Astros just be getting hit every game. I get it, but 8 games, a little too much. I think they did the percentages like almost 20% of the games because that's what not 20%. That's like 13% of the games. Anyways, yeah. So that's all I gotta say about that. Baseball's good. It's back. A lot of good baseball yesterday. Um, and wow, we got basketball tonight. I know the Warriors aren't in it. Tough to tough, but they didn't play well during the year and they don't deserve to. But we have some Lakers Clippers in that. I think the Jazz and Pelicans. I could be wrong. I gotta double check that. But there's basketball on. There's Giants baseball on again. Let's enjoy it. Let's just hope everybody stays safe. But man, if you're a sports fan, things are getting back to normal. Things are getting back to normal. Um, Follow me on Twitter. I'll put the link below. I'm getting a microphone, so it's gonna sound a little better. But man, what a Giants game last night. Let's hope we could have something close to it tonight and another win to win the series. Go Giants!